So good to see you. We are learning about long division today. Are you ready? Let's go. What is division? Well, division is sharing or splitting numbers into equal groups. Let's say we have 4 friends and 16 apples, and we want to share the apples equally among our 4 friends. We would give each friend 1 apple until the apples are shared equally. As you can see, 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. So of the 16 apples, each of our friends can get 4 apples. Here are the parts of a division problem. In this problem, 615 is our dividend, the number being divided. 5 is our divisor, the number we are dividing by. 123 is our quotient, or the answer to our division problem. Here is how long division is represented. In this case, 257 is our dividend, 6 is our divisor, 42 is our quotient, and for this example, 5 is our remainder, or the number which is left over in a division problem. Here is our long division family or steps. Daddy, mother, sister, brother, and Rover, the family dog or cat. Daddy stands for divide, mother stands for multiply, sister stands for subtract, brother stands for bring down, and Rover stands for repeat or remainder. Let's try an example. Megan had 516 pennies. She wanted to place the pennies into 9 stacks with the same amount in each stack. How many pennies would be in each stack, and how many pennies would be left over? Well, to find this out, we use our steps: divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat, or remainder. 516 divided by 9. When dividing, always start with the number or the digit in the dividend that is closest to the divisor. In this case, it is the number 5, which is in the hundreds place. So we say to ourselves, how many times can 9 go into the number 5, or 5 divided by the number 9? Well, since 9 cannot go into the number 5, our answer is 0. We place the 0 directly above the hundreds place. Now we multiply. 9 times 0 is equal to 0. Then we subtract. 5 take away 0 is 5. Then we bring down the digit in the tens place. Now we can repeat the steps all over again. How many times can 9 go into 51? Well, using our times tables, we know that 9 can go into 51 5 times without going over. Now we can multiply. 9 times 5 would give us 45. Our next step, you've got it, subtract. 51 subtract 45. 1 is smaller than 5 in the ones place, so we need to rename. We rename the tens place. Instead of having 5 tens, we now have 4 tens. And instead of having 1 ones, we now have 11 ones. So 11 take away 5 is 6, and 4 take away 4 is 0. What's our next step? You've got it. Bring down the 6 in the ones place. Then we repeat the steps over again. How many times can 9 go into the number 66? Using our tables again, we know that 9 can go into 66 7 times. Now we multiply. 9 times 7 is 63. And the next step? Awesome, subtract. 66 subtract 63 would leave us with 3, or a remainder of 3. Seeing that there are no more numbers to carry down, our quotient is 57 and our remainder is 3. So what does this mean? She would have 57 pennies in each stack with 3 pennies left over. Let's try another example. A baker had 18 boxes for donuts. He ended up making 763 donuts and splitting them evenly between the boxes. How many extra donuts did he end up with? Well, to find out, we use our stacks. 763 divided by 18. How many times can 18 go into the number 7? Well, 0 times. Now we multiply. 18 times 0 would give us 0. Next, you've got it, we subtract. 7 subtract 0 would give us 7. What's our next step? If you said bring down the 6 in the tens place, you are correct. How many times can 18 go into the number 76? Well, if you do not know your 18 times tables, that's okay. We can do some side working and multiply 18 by numbers until we get a number that is closest to the number being divided. In this case, we multiplied by the number 4. 4 8s gave us 32, 2 carried the 3. 4 1s gave us 4, plus 3 gave us 7. So we will use the number 4. 18 times 4, multiplication, which is our next step, would give us 72. Then we can subtract. 76 minus 72 would give us 4. What's our next step, guys? Great. Bring down the 3 in the ones place. Now we say to ourselves, how many times can 18 go into the number 43? Well, since we don't know our 18 times tables out of our heads, we can use some side multiplication. In this case, we found out that 18 times 2 would give us 36. So we can use the number 2. 18 times 2, multiplication, our next step, gave us 36, which is the closest number that we could have used without going over. Now we subtract 43 minus 36. Well, since 3 is smaller than 6 in the ones place, we would need to rename. So we rename our tens place. Instead of having 4 tens, we now have 3. And instead of having 3 ones, we now have 13 ones. 13 minus 6 would give us 7, and 3 minus 3 would give us 0. Since there are no more numbers to bring down, we would have a remainder of 7. So what does this mean? It means that he had 42 donuts in each of those 18 boxes with 7 extra donuts left over. If this video was helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you soon, everybody.